a carry-on bag.
Is that true?
That is true.
Fantastic.
That is true. But we rack up the charges in other areas.
Absolutely. The drinks will kill you.
Peanuts.
All right, we need to get right to this because we have a Fox News alert. While you were sleeping, the GOP gained...
Well, 2 weeks ago, Fox News Channel announced that we had the exclusive interview with the man who killed Osama bin Laden. Last night, we actually heard and saw from Rob O'Neill, a Navy SEAL. And it was a riveting 1 hour. There's another part tonight. What is amazing about these men and women who volunteer for our nation?
A retribution, payback, and closure for all those families.
And I love just the simple way in which the Navy cut and dry.
Right. Yeah. And can you tell me about what country it is? No.
No.
They thought it was probably
Gaddafi.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. But they knew that there was a really good chance that when they got to bin Laden's house, either it was going to blow up or everybody was wearing belt bombs and they'd all blow up and they wouldn't make it. So when they got on those two choppers headed for Osama bin Laden's house, it was different this time. Usually it's just a fist bump or a handshake, but this time, something different.
Put yourself in his parents' shoes at that time too. You know, it's a secret of the father when the president of the United States and walks out to that podium that night and says, "Here was the mission,
right,
and we killed Osama bin Laden." And him sitting there in Butte, Montana, watching that, knowing that his son was a part of that mission, must have been just one of the proudest moment you could possibly have as a father.
Certainly, but the angst and anxiety that he felt, you saw it in his eyes ahead of this raid.
Sure.
And it gives you a peek into what all of our veterans' families have gone through. And on Veterans Day, when we got the 2,000 pictures in, thank you for those, Better with Vets, you get an idea of the sacrifices that all the families are making. It's not just the men and women in uniform.
Absolutely. Okay, last night was part one. Tonight is part two, when the shooting starts. And the big question, who initially was supposed to be outside the house.
Right, as a leader.
As a leader. How did he wind up inside the house, on the stairs, and wound up killing Osama bin Laden? Here's a little bit from tonight's episode.
Yeah, not knowing, well, hey, we're going to go on the balcony, maybe getting that tip from somebody. Where is he? Well, we think he's on the third floor.
Right.
So you know what? Maybe I don't want to be downstairs. Maybe I want to be up on that balcony because I want to take a shot at him.
So part two airs tonight at 10 o'clock. Definitely tune in for that. We're going to hear why Rob decided to come forward with his story. And is he scared now? I mean, his name is out there, his face is out there, and we've seen what these grisly terrorists can do, and they're not scared to do anything. Is he scared, or is a Navy SEAL ever scared?
You know, you brought up a good point. Why exactly, after what, coming up on 3 years, a little over 3 years, why has he decided now he's going to reveal himself? And unlike the guy on 60 Minutes, it's his face, it's his voice. Yeah. You know, he's not getting paid for the interview. He doesn't have a book out. Why is he doing it now? All revealed tonight. Also, 1 hour from right now, the young journalist who got that exclusive interview, Peter, is going to be on the couch with us to talk about the big story.
Is he related to you?
Suddenly, very closely.
Great job by Peter, by the way.
Yeah.
No kidding.
All right, let's check in with Ainsley Earhart, who's standing by with a look at the headlines. Hey, Ainsley.
All right. Hello, Clayton. Thank you.
Amazing video.
It is.
All right, Ainsley. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, coming up, the youngest secretary of the U.S.
Congratulations, everybody, and thank you very much for your service. Where would we be without those guys?
Yeah, we love our veterans, and you clearly do too, with the amazing, overwhelming response of sending in the pictures. But something that was disturbing on Veterans Day last night, tens of thousands of folks gathered on the National Mall in honoring our veterans. And this song didn't seem to fit. Let's take a listen to this.
All this, they knew well ahead of time what songs were going to be played, who's going to perform.
So maybe if there's some criticism, they should direct it at HBO, which was the sponsor and the broadcaster as well of last night's festivities live from the U.S. Mall.
Anyway, yeah, continue to let us
like
know what you
think.
Show,
though, aside from that.
Yeah, Concert for Valor.
Yeah, we had some of the folks here that work here were saying, I stayed up all night last night. I was trying to watch, and new acts just kept coming up and coming up, and I stayed up and watched. So
a lot going on. All right, 25 minutes now before the top of the hour. Ainsley's got headline duty today with us.
Yes, I'm going to start with a heartbreaking...
You don't want your guy to be a better dancer than you, though, right?
Come on, we're going to do the hustle. Come on, everybody out here. Remember this back in the... Come on, everybody.
How do you
remember
hustle? I don't know how to do that.
No idea. All I know is when I like to dance, there is so little movement. It's just a little shaking.
Scotty's feeling something.
This is kind of about as crazy as I go.
Come on, Scotty. Why is Scotty running away from me? I don't get it.
You love that.
Is that the hustle? That's not the one I remember.
I don't know the hustle. You need to teach us. Yeah, we don't know.
You know what? This just in. You know what we're going to do tomorrow? We're going to bring in a dance instructor to show us guys how we should really be dancing.
The dance instructor is right here, in case you didn't notice.
That is not the hustle. That is something else, but it's great.
Maria Molina is smartly outside.
She's hustled outside.
Yeah, trying to avoid this
smart
scenario here, but great moves, you guys.
Not really. You obviously don't have a monitor out there.
She didn't see that yet at all.
You know what? Well, many people across the country are dancing this morning, trying
Segment to Clayton and also to Anna that I think that was the first time I've danced in the last 20 years where I did not have the benefit of an adult beverage.
Me too.
And you know what? The more adult beverages you have, the kind of more loose you get.
And the better you get, I notice.
At least the better you think you are.
That's it. Ding, 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 ding. All right, 20 minutes before the top of the hour, coming up, 50,000 illegal kids.
Answer.
Want to dance?
So much for inviting me.
So the federal government, largely the policies of the White House, the reasons why these children have come in and are strapping these school budgets even more. But who's left paying for it?
Well,
You know how many were coming in? These local school systems didn't either, and now you've got these increased class sizes, and a lot of these students don't speak English. What kind of needs do these students have that are more pertinent or taking priority over American children?
Well, oftentimes these students do not speak English, their emotional, social needs. This is a time also when our school districts are raising standards. So they are spending money on math coaches, professional development, reading coaches, all of the extra capacity
To
of
bring
school
up
districts
the bottom
up
students and the students at the top that could be excelling even more are being bogged down, you say. Also, some programs like sports are being threatened right now?
When I was in one school, government and the state government to collectively come across with an emergency stipend to these really complicated high-need school districts who are taking in these youngsters.
And I think it's very important. I just want to show that map if we can, or that chart that shows this is not just border states. It's New York and it's several other states that are State Board of Regents. Appreciate it. 48 minutes after the hour. That's Yao Ming you're about to see.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we do invite you to take a look at this. One more picture.
Thanks for those.
And speaking of the Navy, watch the Navy SEAL who killed Osama bin Laden tonight at 10 here on the Fox News Channel.